No, mount it from the outside.
No, I gotta make my holes first.
Oh, okay. You sure? I mean, you could probably just hold it up and drill it.
No.
Because then you're going to have to try to poke them through the foam.
That's easy.
Okay. Good day, everyone. Hope everyone is having a happy Monday. A joyous occasion that it is. We are just having a great time. We're working on this Ford. It's an older Ford. I don't know what it is, but it's
SVT.
Yep, it's this customer's pride and joy. Loves this car. It's got a big special vehicle team SVT motor in it, 24 valve. Good day. What's up, Baba? Anyways, this we worked on his F-150. Now we're doing this. It's doing a Gladen 5-channel, a Helix Mini DSP. It's gonna go in here to power his. He's got a set of scan spec tweeters mounted here in the A-pillar that he'd already put in, and then he's doing some stereo integrity 6.5. These guys right here. To go into the doors. So we're making, because it is a 5x7, we're making some special 5x7 mounts for the doors to fit these. So this is them here. So wanted to make sure they're nice and rigid. So we also need them to sit in the door and make sure we have plenty. So how we're getting the rigidity is off of the front. We added this extra 1/2 inch, and they're back mounted. So we're getting the depth, we're getting them into the door like we need them, but we're also adding enough travel space on the front and getting enough rigidity. So that's pretty cool. They look nice. As I said, they're back mounted into the brackets. As you can see, they're flush. It's, when I hear Gladen, I think Mike. I think Mike just popped in too. So yeah, he did. So Mike just popped in. So he heard the term Gladen and just came right in. Yeah, so these are his Quartz speakers. I don't know how old school they are. But these were in another vehicle. They glued them in and did some nasty stuff there. So he wants us to, if we have time, to try to remove the glue so that he can sell them. Yeah, Mike's ears were ringing. So here's what we're doing. Other than that, we're putting in a Sony GS9, which is right here. So the audio is going to come from the Sony GS9. So GS9 into the Helix, out of the Helix into the Gladen. Right now we are sound treating the doors. So this is the actual door panel. This is a full baked potato onto the door panel itself. He did a lot of this already on this side, so we're good. Plus it has this really nice foam barrier here, which is really cool. Now on the passenger side, it's not as complete as the driver's side was, so we'll finish off this door and then do the same to the door panel. Right now, basically the interior is out of the car. It's just easier to work on this car because this is old school and there's like screws that hold the running boards in, and the seats kind of get in the way, and it's just easier to pull them out. He also had some wiring already in the car, and you can kind of see the power wire that's there. That's not ours. That's a CCA 4 gauge, so that's coming out naturally. But it was all kind of run and not to the way we want it. So we just pulled everything out to get it to 0. And now we'll move forward with the plan as far as how we're going to get everything into this vehicle. So, and where the fuse holder is going to go and all that other fun stuff. This is an old Taurus. It is, but I don't think it's a Taurus though. Like, this is smaller than a Taurus. I don't know what it is. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because the Taurus usually didn't have that dash. And it doesn't tell me back here. And when we were talking about it, he's like, it's not a Taurus. But either way. A-pillar pods? Yeah, Lino. So he's got these. He already had these in here. He got these online somewhere. So they're already in. These are the wires for them. Some Stinger speaker wire. So we're hoping not to have to remove these. But we might do a sneaky peek and just kind of get in there and see what we're looking at. And then if we need to, he gave us a whole new set of clips in case we do have to take them off, because apparently they're not that good. The clips suck. It's Ford Contour. Thank you. I knew it started with a C. Yeah, so it's an SVT Contour. He had one when he was like in college or high school or some crazy stuff like that, and then he sold it, and he was super bummed that he sold it, and then they found this one, and so here we are putting a stereo in it, trying to be as careful as possible because everything in this car is fragile. So that's why we just took the interior out, because it's way easier to work on it without it in here. Because the seats are hard leather now, so I don't want to like lean on it and accidentally crack it. So it's just like take it all out, way safer. So that's the plan. Yeah, it doesn't matter what kind of car it is. Yeah, I don't care. But ain't no way that radio is going in that thing.
Why not?
So this has a beautiful single DIN opening. Look at it right there.
80p PRS.
Was it an 80?
It's a 80 PRS.
Is it? Oh, I didn't think it was. I don't know what it was. I didn't care. It was just a Pioneer. So yeah, single DIN goes in there.
People like good stuff.
He likes good stuff. This is his dream car. A lot of guys want a Porsche, want a Ferrari, want a Subaru WRX. This was what he wanted. So this is what he's doing to it. He's gonna do that. But yeah. So Sony GS9, baby. Hell yeah, he's all excited. He even printed off a bunch of the specs for the speakers, so we don't have to tone them we don't have to get the FS and all that. He just printed off the sheets. How convenient. Very nice. But yeah, that's what we got. Not size-wise. Oh no, hey, there again. This is the radio. Was this it? Oh yeah, it was a PRS 80. Yeah, so we had a PRS 80 in it. All you PRS 80 nerds. Yeah, so there was already a PRS 80 in it. Took it out. I just thought it was a generic Pioneer. Didn't even look. Don't even care. But hey guys, tonight at 6:30 is the show. So we'll be live at 6:30 as always. At 7, we're going to have a special guest on, Brian Schmidt, Master Tech Expo.
Schmidt.
What did I say?
Schmidt.
Really? Anyways, Brian Schmidt. We're going to talk about Master Tech Expo. We have a great... We're not going crazy. It's a half hour. We're going to hit some key points that price... like if you want to come to the show, the different tiers of pricings and what you're going to get, which ought to be fun. We're going to talk about the new awards that are going to be happening, which is cool. And then we're going to talk about the build-off. Because that's the announcement for who's going to be on the build-off is going to be happening here in a week or so. And Fernando came up with a great way to have you guys participate in the build-off and possibly be a winner of something. So that'll be fun. Mike says, I know what you need. You need to make your shirts with the logo backwards for recording purposes. I just flip them in the edit when I'm done. Like today, when this show gets released next Monday, we just flip them. So I edit it and make it the right way. So yeah, but anyways, that's what's going on here this Monday at 5 Stars. You can see Fernando's over here having a fun time. He's just excited because I finally got the brackets done. That's boring. Not really. I can do it pretty quick. I know what you're saying, Mike. I know what you're saying. And besides, then I'd have to ask Haley to do it. And man, yeah, that's a lot of stress. I just don't need in my life. So pretty awesome show lined up tonight. Like I said, first half hour is the normal show, Q&A, all the fun stuff that you guys love. And then the last half hour, we're going to talk to Brian and see what's going on, see what's up with the Master Deck Expo. Hopefully some of you guys are planning on attending. And after tonight, you might decide that you want to attend because it might be more reasonable than you were expecting. And it's going to be a lot of fun. Oh, I know your daughter. So yeah, I get it. But yeah, that's all we got. This was our chipboard bracket that we made to make sure everything was fit. It looks like it's a 5x7, right? This looks like it would be a 5x7. It's not though. We actually made it. We grew it substantially bigger. But to look at it, you think, oh, it's just a 5x7, right? It's an illusion. This is a 5x7. Now you go, wait, what? So check it out. Here's what they actually look like stacked on top of one another. So this is a 5x7 adapter. As you can see, it's substantially bigger than, see, it's bigger. We made it wider, made it taller, moved the holes out. Just because that stair integrity was so much bigger. This wouldn't even fit like this was. There you go. It's as good as it gets. So we wanted to make sure there was enough beef there. Why is there a dog barking? So, yeah, because I'm hungry. So today, or this week, the kids are out of school. And so you see a little doggy right there. Yeah, see a little doggy. Yep. So the nail tech brought one of their daughters to work today. She's got a puppy. No reason to leave the puppy at home. We have a dog out back today. Nope, it's not the barbershop. But yeah, so got a little doggy barking, having fun, barks at everything. That's why I don't have dogs. I just have Haley's. But yeah, so that's it. I'm going to let you guys go so that I can get on to the next phase of my tasks in this contour. Thank you guys for letting me know what kind of car it is. And that's it. That's good. Fernando, got anything? Would you like to add to this at all?
Yes.
Would you like to participate in the show somewhat?
Yes, I have something to say.
You have something to say?
Yes.
What do you have to say?
Listen, guys. I know we're Republicans. I know this is not the show, but
Oh, okay. I don't know, but I was just thinking how smooth this is. Like,
no, this car is not. I really like this.
Oh, the wheels are
car.
pretty awesome.
It's nice. It's 5-speed. I love that.
Oh yeah,
it's
what's the stick?
That's a stick. That's what I love. This thing. But no.
The barbershop. So Mike, Iowa Mike goes, yeah, the barbershop, the scooters all day long.
All day long, baby.
Yeah, because when he was here, they were riding that scooter.
That's right. No.
How's the new shop going? Terrible. Actually, you know what?
The shop is pretty cool.
You know what? I tell you what, guys. Hey, hang on. All right, for all you guys that left, I apologize.
You want to go and show them?
Yeah, let's go show them what we just got finished.
All right, go for it.
All right, hold on. Give me your promo, because I'm gonna end it over there.
Well,
who's the show brought to you by?
All right, this show is brought to you by MorelHiFi.com. This is a place that you can find all your car audio needs, from sound treatment to plug and play stuff. Just for BMW, and the new subwoofer that they have is really nice. From
wrap it up. Come on. We're losing
high
them.
end. No, why? They pay in the show, man.
Okay.
So anyway, go find out MorelHiFi.com. Here on Instagram, Morel_America. This is it, man.
What are you trying to find for screws?
I'm gonna put my.
Oh, you're gonna ferrule or nut certs?
I already put.
Oh, okay. That's why you took such a long time.
Check him out.
Whoa. Yeah. All right. So last week we had some painters and drywall guys come in. and fix the part that I did not like that the previous guy did. So let's head over here. So Paul likes to put boxes out because this is his idea of marketing. So he's got boxes out instead of raw drivers. So at least we won't have a bunch of open. And though I've asked him to move these batteries like 50 times, he still hasn't done that. So that's cool. These are his radio boxes that he's so proud of. He's so excited. Are you ordering another set of shelves for there? Yeah. So this will be here. So this will be all Paul. This is Paul's marketing. This isn't supposed to be here, but we just got this done. So the window is done, but there's no glass here yet. And then the one mistake they made is that they nailed this all in before we had glass. So, but they fixed this wall now, so this wall is good. I can put my light switch cover on. I can get the TV to go here. We're trying to figure out what we want to do here. I would like to do some kind of a picture or something. Paul wants me to put our awards here, but I don't know. And then this is going to be the boom room. So we had the crown molding put in. We moved, the light used to be here. We moved the light from there to here. We fixed the air conditioner. That used to be falling through the ceiling here. But they fixed all my walls. Everything is level and nice. Then we had them paint it this gray. I'm sorry about that. We had them paint it. So we have to get up into that light and find out. Right now it has 2 bulbs in it. So hopefully we can put 4 in it and that'll brighten this back up. And then next is to build the display that'll be here, but there'll be boxes all around the walls. So it's going to be a display mounted to the wall. So that's cool. This hasn't changed at all. So this is at some point going to get. Okay, sorry about that. Apparently the store just doesn't have good Wi-Fi in it or cell service. So anyways, that's what's happening in the retail side of things. All of this will be moved because hate that. We still haven't had time to work on the displays yet, but he's hard at work. Okay, guys. Yeah, the Matrix was totally acting up. I don't know, something about that back side of the store doesn't have good service. So at some point we'll just get some Wi-Fi buffers or something to put back there, because I know we'll need that in order to stream music for the boom room. Either that or I have to put some music on a thumb drive. But
I'm watching this guy that he thinks he knows what he's talking about. He doesn't?
No. So guys, make sure tonight you join us on the live show. That's it. I'm out of here. Bye.
Finishing this.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, excuse me.
People chime in. Oh, I got the notification. That was weird now.
Why?
It's silent.
Right.
The notifications.
It's because your phone is I'm tired of notifying you. Because you have
that's the new update.
Yeah, because you have every single notification in the world turned on.
I know.
It's the most annoying thing on the planet.
I know.
I hate using your phone for demos.
I know.
It sucks so bad.
Yeah.
It's you need to turn that crap off. What's up, Mike? Is that a new picture? Oh yeah, look at that. It's a new picture. Way to go.
Do you know here in
You're gonna have to read that one.
Gulf to Bay?
Yeah.
Across the street from Wawa's. I don't know if you've ever been there.
No.
But it's a shop they call Paragon Marketing.
There's also a Paragon Music.
Yes.
But what's up, Lance?
Yeah, Paragon.
Yeah. I don't know what the Yokotango, Tudu, Peru, Que, Parkway, Alane, Mise. What's that?
Josh is I'm just texting you.
Josh's?
Yes.
Oh.
Just to make a notification off.
Oh, okay.
I love you, buddy. What's up, Danny?
Hola, amigos.
You know what day is it?
Today is Tuesday, I think.
Okay.
I don't know. Oh, by the way, thanks, Danny. I ordered that. That link you sent me the other day.
Did you order something?
Tomorrow's hump day. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. That's not gonna be good.
Oh!
Oh, that was probably bad.
I give you the goodies and that.
No, we got a project. It's sitting right here. It's sitting right here. There's always a project. There's always something that needs to be done.
Yeah.
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 All right. Let's go through the system.
Bless me. Yes, thank you. I'm gonna make blood on my face, right?
Oh, you got a lot of rub in your face.
Yeah. Okay.
You got 2 glasses. Okay.
Yep. It's an awesome tool. Used a few times already. Yep. Dean, why you sound like RoboCop?
Oh, I love that movie.
Dead or alive, you're coming with me. Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah,
I like it. Yeah.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good movie. Because my nose is still a lot.
What's his name?
Clarence Bonniger.
That was his name?
The bad guy?
No.
RoboCop? It was RoboCop.
No, but that was actually...
Oh,
he had a name.
Yeah, I don't care. I just know the bad guy. Nano posted about stereo integrity speakers. What did you think? What speakers did you use? All right, so to fill you in on that, they're in this car right here. So this car is the car that has the stereo integrity speakers in it. So this is, as we figured out yesterday, thanks to you guys, this is a 98 Ford Contour, and this is his weekend car. He loves this car.
Brian Murphy. There you go.
What about Brian? Oh, Detective Murphy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, Murph. Okay. Murph. Anyways, so that's funny. I think there's a Brian Murphy that works in car audio.
Doesn't
he work for iData? Doesn't Brian Murphy work for iData? I was gonna say. I was gonna say. I think Brian Murphy is up for like Tech of the Year or Support Tech of the Year or something. That's why I was like, what? Anyways, so this has the stereo integrity speakers in here in the door. So this is where you saw those. The reason why we built them the way we did is twofold. For those of you guys who don't know what we're talking about, yesterday you can go to Fernando's page. He's got a picture of them. And they're really weird looking. They're back mounted. It's 1 inch thick. But these are, the way this door panel is designed, fast rings are like utterly pointless on it. But we wanted to bring out the speaker as much as we could to get it up to this door panel. And also make it super rigid because that stereo integrity speaker is gigantic. So along with sound treating the crap out of this door panel, like the whole backside of this is just covered. We made them stick out further, but they're in here behind that. And then he's got these tweeters up here, which I think are ScanSpeak versions that somebody else bought because they sell those to everybody. And those are he already had these A-pillars, and so those are in. We built those. It's going on a GS9. Now the GS9 is in the dash.
Beautiful.
So he had a PRS-80. Took that out, Sony GS9, because for DSP, let me go around to the other side.
You have a light?
I think it's on the floor still. So Fernando, we'll pause here. Fernando redid the fuse holder. Originally it was just laying right here, and so we mounted it, ran new 4 gauge because he had CCA 4 gauge.
It has a hole here, so we just put a nutsert rivet, and so you can remove it.
Yeah, and then this fuse holder is for the GS9 because it needs an external power source.
I like that one because this one is the GS9, so if you wanna remove it.
Oh, look at you. You went all crazy. All right, you put some vampire fangs on.
I know.
Very cool.
And now it doesn't move.
All right, very nice. And so there's the fusing for underneath the hood. The reason why he loves this car is because it is a Special Vehicle Team SVT, which I never knew that's what SVT stood for. So for all you guys that are like, oh, that's it, Special Vehicle Team. So he loves it. It's got this. The wheels are dope. Look at those wheels. Those are badass wheels. And so in the glove box, all right, well, I did have a light over here. Hold on. So the glove box had the factory amplifier that was located right here where this Helix is now. So this is the Helix 4 to 6. DSP Mini. This is the factory amplifier plug. We also have our USB for it all set and ready to go inside it. This will just go into the glove box. And there you go. So this is mounted to the bracket that held the factory amplifier. So that tucked in there really nice. It actually comes out super easy. There's a piece of carpet here, 3 little clips pop down, and then there's a screw here, and the whole thing slides down. So it's not like it looks like it's way harder to get to than it is, but it's actually super easy. Because there again, it's a serviceable piece, factory amplifier, so it's not like it's like we buried it in there or anything. There's a shot of the GS9 again. For these guys that are going, the guy put a freaking GS9 in a 98 Chevy Ford Contour.
Contour?
Yeah, he did.
Man, that's amazing.
It is amazing. And as you can see, the interior's all back inside of it today, so that's a bonus. That was actually way easier to work on than with the interior out. You know, it was funny. I was thinking about back in '98. So 98, I would have. You were 10 years old?
No, probably like 13 years old.
Okay, so Haley was born in '99, so that was 25 years ago.
Oh my God, we are old.
Yeah. Lance, no, on the GS9, the optical out really isn't made to do optical out. It's just you go RCA and use the DAC, the Saber DAC that's built into it. The Saber DAC is a better DAC than that.
If you have a better DAC on your DSP
than a Saber DAC, then yeah, go for it. But definitely don't have a better DAC. What's up, Josh? Josh was 8. Thanks.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So, anyways, I wasn't.
We're gonna play together, bro.
I was like 25, 26. Anyways.
Oh my God, you're definitely old.
Yeah, I was already 10 years in the industry. But what I was thinking today while I was working on this, shut up, is we would have never taken the interior out of this car.
Never?
No, we would have never done that. We would have fought those stupid side screws. So one of the reasons why we took the interior out is because there are screws. So unlike a modern car that has pull pins, this screws in. And so like this one, you know, I'd have just fought that to try. As you can see, there's like no room to get a screwdriver in there. The seat is 6 bolts. There's no airbag sensors in this or anything. It just literally comes out of the car. We would have never done that back then. We'd have just fought it, which is funny. In hindsight now, taking the full, it like took 20 minutes to pull the whole interior out of this car. It was way easier. We were dumb back then. Anyways, so here's the amplifier.
What's the white thing?
What white thing?
No, Eduardo said, what's the white thing close to the wall behind Fernando?
Oh.
That would be this, right?
This is our lighting. So this is 6.
Stay there. Put it in.
Yeah, go ahead. It's not plugged in.
No?
Yeah, I literally said it wasn't plugged in because the battery charger is plugged in. You can unplug the kicker. So this is 6 4-count LED strips connected to a roll-around TV stand. We call it the daytime sun.
Boom!
As you can see, it gets quite bright. This one has just decided to start acting up on us. But the reason why we have this is sometimes we keep the door all the way closed, especially during the summer when it's super hot. And we roll this, and it creates the same illusion as having the door open. So it's pretty good value. It's actually pretty cheap. Because these lights aren't that expensive on Amazon, and a roll-around TV stand like this is not that expensive. And then just a little power strip to power it.
Yeah.
So, you know, and then
basic change.
Bunch of zip ties.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, so what we got in here for power is a Gladen 5-channel. And this piece of plastic is a 1/4-inch ABS, goes all the way across. The subwoofer is attached to it on the back side, and then we added another piece here on the front. So this is all, it's like a giant square or an L, so that all this is attached, and then there's 2 screws in the back of this that hold this piece into place. So he can pull this out if he wants to pull 4 screws. This whole piece will slide right out. But the amp sits right here. Originally had it sitting here in the center, and I was like, if we just slide it over, we can fit the amp here. And then Fernando was like, can we put it at an angle? And I was like, yes, if that'll make you happy. So,
Now I'm so happy.
I know. So basically what happens is the RCAs come around the back side, the power wire comes around the front. That actually worked out. So it did this whole like yin-yang thing, yin-yang twist, so that we could just manage that better. These are 12-foot RCAs, and they had that much extra. It was 12 feet was from here, and following the factory wiring harness up into the dash was like, it was like that much extra. It was pretty scary. I actually had to test fit it before, and then change it, because originally I was going to bring the RCAs around the front, and I was like, nope, can't do that. And so, plus the power wire looks better. We went with the red black to add the, that power, whatever. Contrast. Yeah, there you go. So it's just not too black tech flex. Red always looks cool. He has, this is a same subwoofer as the speakers. Yeah, so 12 in a big sealed box. Yeah, so that's what's going on. We haven't turned it on yet. We just finished it, getting it all put back together.
Yeah.
And right now the battery's charging, because the battery's dead as always. So batteries. It's up to life now, but wanted to get the battery nice and full and topped off.
Yeah.
Because old cars suck.
With old cars, man. I have a 2004.
How you doing today? I want to know what's the best RCA cable to get to come down cable to get it comes down cables. Okay, need it to know. So I mean, we use Stinger RCAs at the moment. There's a ton of people out there that make really nice cables. Stinger makes a plethora of different cables. They make Stinger Select as well as Stinger. The difference is the color in the ends. They put different ends on the Stinger. Is it Stinger Select or no? It's Stinger X. Stinger X.
And then they have the.
So Stinger X has 1, 2, and 3, and then in the regular Stinger line they have 4,000s, 6,000s, 8,000s, and then the biggest one they make is a 9,000. The reality is, you just need a good RCA. We use 4,000s. I like them because they're tiny, they're thin, they're easy to run through a car now, because there's not a lot of room to run wiring. The Stinger X ones are the same thing. They're just blue, but they have bigger ends. That's why we haven't switched to those, because their ends are bigger. I like a tiny end, because of a lot of the work we do. It needs. And the nice thing is it always sounds good. We get no noise. We have almost no failure rate. So that's why we use them. I mean, I think at the end of the day, that's kind of the most important thing.
Audio systems in the house.
Oh my gosh. Hey, audio systems.
Yes.
If this is Yak Deal, go smack Junior and say, hey man, read your freaking email and then respond.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Come on.
Dude, he never responds to his emails. What the hell? Okay.
Just smack it in the head right now.
Smack him in the head. Anyways. That's all I got. What do you got? You got anything?
No, I mean, that's basically, we just finished this, so.
Yeah. Hold on, I gotta move. I gotta move this so I don't forget it. This is his factory amplifier. I don't want to lose this, because that's him. Yep. Yeah. Tell him to read his freaking email. It's an important email in there for him.
Okay, so that's him. See?
Oh, it was Junior?
Yeah, that was Junior.
All right, well then read your freaking email. There's an important email.
Smack yourself.
Yeah, smack yourself, man. I sent you an email like a week ago that's important for Master Tech.
Huh. Come on, bro.
All you had to do is respond back, okay. And that's how I know you read it, because at the end of the email it said respond back, okay, once you read email.
Okay.
Yeah, Junior never came. Yeah, anyways. Hey, guys. So today is Tuesday, tomorrow is Wednesday, and the day after that is Thursday. Thursday's Thanksgiving, and on Thanksgiving Day at 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, me, Fernando, Haley, we all go to the beach, we take you guys with us, and we do our live show.
Swim?
He says he got it. Okay, good. Well, at least you got it. Thanks for letting me know. So we go to the beach, we go to Dunedin Beach, and we have a fun little show that we've done now for probably 8 years. It's been a lot. Some days are great, other days are cloudy, but it's always fun.
A lot of weird people.
A lot of weird people passing by because there's a road behind us, so we always get the fun of the cars that. But anyways, it's just a fun thing that we do for Thanksgiving. We talk about all kinds of crazy stuff. Haley's there, so that always makes it interesting. You guys like to have fun with them. Go to work, man. Got to work.
Doors open on Black Friday at 9. Of course.
That's why we do it on Thursday. We'll be here also on Friday and Saturday because why not?
Mom is not going this year, right?
No, she said she wants to meet us there. She's like, what time is it at?
Okay,
I said
cool.
10 o'clock. So supposedly she's going to show up.
That's awesome.
She's probably just going to randomly show up, so. But yeah, Mom might show up. Never know. But so don't forget to tune in. It's a lot of fun. It's just something fun to do. Crazy questions. We talk about food. We talk some car audio, but it's just a good time. It's that day we all have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And that is going to be the last show of the week. So Friday there'll be no news, and Saturday we're just going to go home and do stuff. Yeah. So, but we'll be back Monday. And of course, for those of you that follow me and Haley, we'll be doing Boring Life of Haley. Boring Life of Dean and Haley, but Haley knows best on Sunday.
Yeah.
We want to hear more Dean stories from your mom. I mean, I'm sure there's a ton of them. I could always sit her down and interview her.
That would be cool.
You think?
Yeah.
I know Haley's actually done a lot of that for her psychology class.
Yeah.
And she also has my mom writing a book right now.
So that would be nice if it's Haley, Mom, and you're just talking about, how you were when you're like, 17, 18.
I think that would be a better time for the two of them to do on like a Haley Knows Best.
No, but then
because on a Haley Knows Best, then I wouldn't have to be there, and then they could just ask questions. That would be way more fun, and then I'd just watch it after the fact because I don't want to be there to screw it up. Tech tip of the day. Ooh, tech tip of the day. Don't use CCA wire. That's a good one. I feel like we can't say that enough.
Yeah.
If you're doing best tech tip of the day. If you're doing a pre-90s car, like this one, or a pre-2000, pre-2000 car, the dome light does not turn off on its own. Meaning, if the doors are open, the dome light will stay on forever. Now, I know a lot of you don't have cars this old, so you'll never run into this, but.
Well, that's dumb.
No, Thursday will be on YouTube. Sorry, Thursday will be on Facebook and YouTube. We'll set it up. I'm gonna put I'll have a show link and everything on Facebook as well as YouTube, so they'll be there to be had. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for asking that. It's a good question. Let's hear Dean's system. Sure, man. Got the Mustang out front. Pump it up.
Yep.
How y'all feel about factory? My center image is good.
Factory system.
Yeah, Haley's got a much nicer system. How do the steer integrity mods sound? Did you guys do their three-way system? So they're in this car right now. We have not heard them yet.
It's gonna be tomorrow.
We'll hear them tomorrow. We've done them before. Like, he has a Ram that we did where we put, I think, like 8-inch in the doors. So, I mean, we've heard them before. But yeah, we'll ask me that question tomorrow and we'll have a better answer for you.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna, what time is it? It's 5:12. So we'll get this all set up, make sure it works, and then we'll come in first thing tomorrow morning and I'll tune it up real quick. But that's kind of the hello from rainy, cold, doom and gloom, Ohio.
Ooh, from Ohio.
Yeah. But anyways, we did a two-way set in this, and it's just the stereo integrity mid-range.
Mid-bass.
I'm sorry, mid-bass.
Yep.
Any info on the Mobridge A to B amps? Nothing more than I think you can get from the website.
No.
We haven't had a chance to play with them, see them. Morel, of course, is working on the. I got Morel, of course, is working on their deal with them for a complete plug and play Bronco system. So you're going to get a set of. You're going to get 3 Morel hybrid 4-inch, 6.5-inch mid bass, and then 2 4-inch coax. So 5 total coaxial 4-inch hybrid mid range, 2 mid bass 6.5s for the kicks, and then a Mobridge A to B DSP amplifier to power the whole thing. So there again, I don't know anybody at Mobridge to help us and talk to them. to find out, But I do know that our boy Mike that's on here is the distributor for Mobridge in California, Vegas, and some of the surrounding areas there. So you may want to reach out to him, see if he has any more information. But that's all I got. Go in and explore. Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah. I mean, it's like everybody else's. It's just plugs in. For that much we do know. It's just a plug-in system. It's not anything trickier or fancier. It's just like click, done. All
right. So Bobby said, Dean, can I wire the front channels on my factory head unit and hook up the key 204 and the key 500.1?
Yes. Yeah, so like if you saw the car, the F-150 we did last week, I know you have a Dodge, we grabbed the front left and right, and the front left and right wires into the 500.1 and also the 200.4, because on the 200.4 you just flick the little switch if you're going to do front stage. Even if you were going to do front and rear, your white channels, your white and gray channels, you just parallel those into the amplifier, the 500.1, and you're rocking and rolling. So yeah, you can do that. Now, if you're using a Amp Pro or anything like that, then you would just use front and sub. I mean, you could use front RCAs because it's not like there's any crossover in there. You just lose subwoofer volume control. But if you're going to go with the kicker, subwoofer volume control, then I guess it wouldn't matter that way either. The only, like on an Amp Pro, the only thing that makes the sub output different is it's a non-fade output. So all three channels are full bandwidth output, meaning 20 to 20. The rear just doesn't fade front and rear with that with the fader controller. So
for sure.
I'm doing bi-amp mode. Yeah, so then you're just going to run your fronts into all the inputs. On the 200.4 you're going to flick bi-amp mode, and then you're going to flick inputs one or mono, or the two channel input. Mm-hmm. It's like the first three dip switches, some silly stuff like that if you're doing high level. Because I believe the first one is remote or sense, and the second one is the next two are for inputs and bi-amp mode. So yeah, and then the fourth one is like compressor. Do DSP I have individual EQs for each speaker, including subwoofer? Yes, most DSPs will have that. If your DSP has that, then it's doing what it's supposed to. Some DSPs give you the ability to link channels. So if like you're going, ooh, that's a lot, then you can typically tell the DSP to, let's say, DSP in pairs. So let's say the front channels 1 and 2, 3 and 4. But personally, yeah, no Amp Pro for a Kia Forte. Yep. Nope, totally understand. I thought it was for your RAM. But yeah, no, that's all good. That's all good.
Still high level?
Yeah, still high level. Yep. It's going to be high level. It'll be fun. Yeah. So, all right, guys, that's what we got for today. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Can't wait for Thursday, Turkey Day, gobble, gobble. Yeah.
That's right.
We'll talk to you soon. MoraleHiFi.com. Check them out. All right, let's try this time. Ooh, green light. Do you want a shorter one?
No, I'm not sure.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, I have I'm sure the amp came with one, but I mean, I can give you a little one. What's up, Lino? Hey. What's up from Iowa?
What's Mike?
That's Mike.
I know.
Can only be one Mike.
It's only one people.
It's Iowa Mike. It's Iowa Mike. Yeah, he's the only pause due to poor connection. Man, I swear, the internet's is just not working today.
No.
Huh. Definitely not working today. But how's everybody doing on this glorious Thursday?
Wednesday, bro. Wednesday.
I'm sorry, Wednesday. Jesus, I don't even know what day of the week it is. I want it to be Thursday. Where did you get that GS9? I don't know where he bought it. He bought it off of somebody for like $200.
What?
Yeah, he paid like $200 for it.
No way.
Yeah, he just had to order the Bluetooth mic. And then he had to have us fix up all the pieces. 9605 Pioneer, good amp. I tell you what, for the money, it's a nice amplifier. I would recommend make sure you plug in the bass knob, because the bass knob does two things. It's volume and EQ, so to speak. So as you turn it up, that's what adds the life to the bass. Without it, just kind of sounds bland and boring. However, it can get real boomy, so at least just plug it in. What are we doing today? So today we're finishing up. This is a Bronco. It's a two-door Bronco, and he's finishing this up earlier. Today we kind of ran tandem because Paul wanted to get out here by 5, which is in like, I don't know, 35 minutes.
35 minutes.
So we had two jobs to do. Anyways, 2 jobs to do. This was a Stinger install. So Stinger Off-Road, you can get a bracket to mount an audio control, in this case ACX 300.1, up underneath the driver's seat. And then they make a power wire kit so the 2 pieces together, the 3 pieces together, make this Bronco install. And then you buy a harness to plug into the factory radio. So there's 4 pieces that come as a kit, and what you get is this bracket right here that uses this bolt, and then there's something that slides into, connects to the battery. So you get all the stuff for this. Most of the stuff for this, it's not 100% tech flex, so we did 100% tech flex it, but there's ferrules and fuses anyway. So then it gives you the bracket, this metal piece right here, that if you have the foam mat doesn't fit right, you have to trim the foam to get it to fit, which sucked. But anyways, Fernando worked on this, and then to get to the radio in this, it's easy but a pain in the ass. So you pull these 2 screws, this handle comes off. This piece right here, just this little 3-inch piece, comes off. Okay, there's a clip here in the front and then one on either side right there. When this comes off, located right about here, there's 2 plugs that face down. The black one is the radio power plug that you're trying to get to that has all your speakers. So you have to kind of like lay upside down, look through this way, and then have like a pry tool, and you got to push, and then it can take about 5 or 10 minutes to get it, and then it'll just pop out, and you easily snap in your T-harness, plug it all back in, pop it down. So it's a pain to get it unclipped, but once you get it unclipped, life is wonderful. And then you put this back on. So like you don't have to pull any of this apart, which is great, because that scares the crap out of a lot of people, myself included, because this is not the strongest plastic in the world. Let's just call it that. So fewer pieces the better. So anyways, that's in there. Amplifier, and then for a sub, he bought a kicker. This thing pounds, so that's what's going on there. And then while Fernando was working on this, I was working on an F-150. I know. And the F-150 was getting an iData kit where you got to rebuild the air conditioner to put it down low. You got a double DIN CD player. So if anyone has ever done one of those, there's that back bracket that has to be removed. That's just a royal pain in the butt unless you cut it, which I can't cut because it just looks like crap. So I have a ratchet and I take it out. It takes about 15 minutes. It just totally sucks. But either way, it just looks better, and I feel better about it as opposed to just cutting. I'll cut anything, but anyways, so these 2 Fords were the project for today. Nothing crazy. That's kind of weird, man. Like, I feel like they should make a rubber gasket for this.
For what?
For this seam right here on the Bronco. So check this seam out here. So this, yeah. So look at this seam. So see how you can see the weld points?
Yeah.
Normally they'd put like a gasket over this.
This is Jeep, bro.
It's not a Jeep. It's a Bronco. I mean, I feel like they should have either widened the plastic or put a gasket on here, because I don't know. I'm not feeling that. Anyways, Hey, what do you expect for,
You know what? You should make a letter and say, hey.
Strongly worded letter to Ford and be like, guys, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Hey, speaking of Thanksgiving, for those of you watching right now, I will put up a link to it, of course. But tomorrow, you can find it on Facebook and or YouTube, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Myself, Fernando, and Haley will be out on the beach doing our Thanksgiving Day broadcast that we've been doing now for like 8 years. So make sure to tune in. I will say I am kind of nervous. We've done them a couple times where they've been overcast and dreary. And I'm thinking tomorrow might be overcast and dreary because we have the gray skies. And it's just been kind of that crappy rain today, you know? It's kind of like you guys up north when you get that, it's not quite snow. It's just like frozen particles of crap that flies through the air. And
That's how you do it?
Yeah. So that's just been today, which kind of sucks. I had to put up the top this morning on my way to work, which really sucked. Because it was like, ooh, this is perfect top-down weather. Because it's cool. There's no sun to burn my back of my head. But, man, it's kind of a bummer. What's going on, guys? What's up for lunch? So for lunch, I had my leftover Chinese food that the girls bought me this past weekend. And Fernando had, as always, a bag of chips covered in Valentina sauce.
Salsa.
So good, so good. Thanksgiving here is 15 degrees and sleet. I'm in the Bronco plant each week. I'll let them know about this issue. It's in, Michigan. Yeah.
Oh, there you go, see?
I'm just saying, I mean, am I wrong? I don't, Jesus? I don't feel like I'm wrong. I mean, I feel like for what you pay for these, because I mean, like right here, it kind of, but it just, like, I don't know. Like if I was designing this, that would bug me. Like, bug me for sure. I mean, and there's no real reason for it. I mean, there's rubber right here. So they could have continued it down. I don't know. I just feel like it's an unfinished piece. So, listen, after hanging out with those goofballs,
make a car, make sure you put a gas.
Listen, after hanging out with Tom and Gary and Sage and Herman and just the level of level of ridiculousness that these guys are willing to put into something.
It's not ridiculous. I think it's just.
I know. I'm just as bad. Just in the other. But,
I'm gonna put, 300 zip ties.
Right. Brian Mitchell will be upset if I didn't mention him because let's be honest, he will spend 500 weeks making sure that the tips of these little round cylinders are perfectly polished. Mm-hmm. So whatever. Anyways, you get my point. So the Jeep part they could copy didn't fit. What? Said the Jeep part they copied didn't fit. What's the other side? What's the other look like? So I'm thinking you're talking like the other side, maybe. Let's see. The other side's just as bad. The other side is just as bad. I don't know. I mean, yeah. So, Fernando, do me a favor and pull this around real quick because he's gonna be here. Let's give him back all his stuff. Couple things that we did find out today, because like today wasn't a total. I got done before him and also helped him with this, so he's just slow. Here, this is yours. So one of the things that we found, so Black Friday. Let's start there. Black Friday is here, even though it's not Friday. But anyways, there's tons of deals to be had. And one of the we bought a bunch of crap. Let's just say that. But one of the things that we got because we were buying stuff, and I've been meaning to get this, is this guy right here. All right, so this is a Apple cable. And by the way, best pretzels ever. Okay, let's move this out of the way. So this is one of the new Apple cables, and the reason why this cable exists is because Apple has decided to go USB-C, this cool end right here, in lieu of this, which is the lightning connector. So what that means is that if you have something that has a lightning connector in it, it's no longer going to plug into your old device, right? That kind of sucks. So we have the iTest mic. So this is the Studio 6 iTest mic. It's made by Audio Control. There's an audio control version of it also called the iTest mic that we bought. And then they figured out that, you know, hey, why not just go USB-C? That probably makes more sense. And they were right. And I think in this case, hold on. Yeah, in this case, we have the U-Test mic. So the difference between obviously, is this end right here. So this end just has a standard USB on it, and then it comes with all these adapters. All right, so and it comes with a really long cable. This is what you buy now, right? This is the mic you're going to buy now instead of the iTest mic. But let's say you have an iTest mic, and you're like, oh man, this was my favorite. What do I do now? So Apple makes this. So we were like, does this work? So it's like a $30 cable, but look, it's braided instead of this crappy rubber stuff. Anyway, so it plugs in like this, and you grab your iPad that has been charging for like 20 minutes. All right, we'll open that bad boy up, unlock it. Don't want to see that cool password. All right, so here we're running Octave. Let me put the little leg up here. So here we're running Octave. RTA, I concur on those pretzels, right? Dude, they have a bunch of different flavors. These are so yummy, and they're from North Dakota. I don't know what that means, but that seems to be important. Anyways, so iTest mic, running Octave EQ. Right now it says iPad microphone, which is fine. Take my USB-C, plug it into my, sorry. It's hard to do this with one hand. Plug it in, and now we're gonna wait. And boom, did a switch over. So now, there we go. So I'm blowing into the mic. So now this will work with the USB-C. Okay, we were super excited for that to do that. However, so excited, but we were hoping that we could just take a USB-C extension, something like this here. This is like a male and female USB-C. We were like, yeah, man, we'll be able to make this as long. No. This has to be plugged in here for it to work. So it's like, this is it. So it works, but it still suffers the same limitations of this way too short cable. But right now, at least you can use your iTest mic with your new USB-C device. Or if they were convenient enough to make an Android RTA app, you could probably use it for that too, but not going to happen. Does that work in conjunction with the Lightning headphone jack for the iRTAs? Because the USB-C to 3.5 did not work on my iPad. Okay, so you have to have this guy here, okay? But the problem is that the build quality on these sucks. So what we found is you got to buy like 2 or 3 of them in order for it to work properly. So like we have them that work just fine, and we have some that don't. So it's definitely an Apple problem. However, we have not tested what you're asking about but yes, there's also another way. Like if you go watch the video we have on the iRTA, there is one and only one Lightning to USB-C adapter that you can buy, and it will work, but there's only one. And if you buy anybody else's other than that, it will not work. But this should work with, which we'll test. It's a good question, Danny. But no, there's no reason why it wouldn't. But yeah, no, you could do that with the iRTA too. Yeah, so if you already have that, then yeah. I don't see why not. Man, now you got me wanting to pull all this crap out and figure out what's what. But yeah, we'll take a look at that at another time. But yes, that will work. This device will work for that. Not sure if it's relevant for our application, but Beyerdynamic makes a wireless measurement mic now. Oh, that could be cool. Send me a link to that on Facebook, because I'll never look here. That is the same one I have. Okay. Yeah, so Danny, like I said, it's a hit or miss on that. I would strongly recommend buying it from Best Buy. So when it doesn't work, you can just take it back and say it didn't work. But it's the first time, Apple, I don't know if they had a bad batch. But yes, we ran into that same problem with those connectors. And I was like, we had 3 of them. And actually in the video where we show you all the different ways to hook up the IRTA2, we have one in the video that doesn't work. So, and it's like, if you run into this problem, take it back because the cable itself is bad. So it's really, it's kind of screwed up. Requires phantom power and is XLR connection though. I mean, that's not the end of the day. I need a new 30-pin cable to play my iPod Classic through aux. Yeah, I think, I had one of those for the longest time. I actually had a Bluetooth dongle that plugged into a 30-pin. That was really cool, so you could turn anything into any older device into a Bluetooth device. I'm sure it sounded like crap, but, does Dean ever do custom grills? I know you love grills. No. Like press grills or something like that. Nah. I mean, the thing is we don't use wood, and I know a lot of those, to make a press grill, I don't know if you can do it with like PVC because it's so like easy to screw up. I think like you need a hardwood, or a wood because it's harder. Yeah, thanks Danny. Afternoon, what's happening? You recommend the Kenwood KFC 6903s for my 2020 Ram 1500 front doors. Amazing. Thanks for the advice that you suggest. What do you suggest for the rear doors? So this is one of those. My glasses are giving me a headache. This is one of those situations where we've done 2 things in the rear doors of the Ram. Personally, I like to buy another set of 6903s, take the 3.5s out, just put them over in the corner, and use that mid base to go in the rear door, because I'm not looking for any treble out of the back of the car. Speaker fits in there wonderful, and it sounds great because it's just the mid bass, so it just increases the overall mid bass of the car. However, we do have customers that are like, so what we do in lieu of that is we take and put the Kenwood, the same series. They make a 6x9 2-way, I believe. It's either 2-way or 3-way. It's an Exelon 6x9, and we put that in there. The problem is that it is a bigger speaker, so it goes in a little bit deeper. It doesn't hit the window, but the tweeter sticks out, and so in some Dodges it does rest up against the door, the tweeter, which isn't a problem because there's a grill on there, so it's not like it's hurting it that way. So it's not physically hurting the speaker, but sometimes it'll put a little bulge in the door, which nobody seems to care about because they want the tweeter more than anything, so they'll just do it. So there's that, which is really nice because you keep the big strong mid bass. You just go for coaxial. If you're like, I don't want my door to bulge though, then pick up a set of the Exelon 7-inch coaxials, because those come with the adapter to go to 6x9. They're not going to bulge out, meaning the tweeter doesn't stick out like it's a first date type situation. You won't get as much mid bass as a 6x9, but you'll still do really well because it's a 7-inch mid bass. But yeah, so one of those 3 combinations typically works. But yeah. iPod decks on order now. Oh, nice. You guys hear AI discontinue the USB 50 speaker adapters? I cried a little. What? Wow. I mean, I'm not surprised because I'm not surprised. I gotta be honest with you, when it comes to speaker adapters, most of the time we're using Metro now because they just build way nicer speaker adapters. I mean, thicker plastic, way more cars. We just stock all their speaker adapters. I know right now we still have some carryover on the Best Kit side, but most of them is they do a way better job. It's their business model. They care more. It's okay. I don't think Best Kits is too concerned about it. I'm thankful I will get extra time in the fab room this weekend. Well, there you go. If that's what does it for you. I'm excited because I get extra family time. You know, I know Bobby's still saying tech tip of the day. Tech tip of the day. Don't ask for the tech tip of the day. Oh, is that our air compressor going off? Holy cow. How did that get on? Wow. I don't even know how that got on. Like, we don't use that thing anymore for anything. I wonder if he's going to put air. No, he's got an air. He's not going to put in his tires. Huh. That is strange. And there again, don't forget, tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, we'll be live. YouTube, Facebook. Us at the beach doing our Thanksgiving show. It's a lot of fun. We have a good time. If you've never had the opportunity to catch one of those, they're fun. That's all I got to say. It's fun. Haley's there, so you get to ask all those fun Haley questions that you might not get to ask on Sunday. You know, when we do the Haley Knows Best show on the Facebook page. What did you think of the stereo integrity stuff after you tuned the system? I mean, it's a speaker. I wasn't blown away by it. I mean, it worked. He was happy. He liked the way it sounded, but I don't know if that was a good car to judge it on. But I mean, we sound treated the hell out of that thing, and the brackets were really rigid. So it wasn't like there was any flex or give or anything like that. But they weren't. I'm not going to sit here and say they were my favorite. That's for sure. They did okay. I mean, it was just an okay speaker. I mean, I know a lot of guys love that stuff, and that's cool. I don't know. I think part of it was, and we've talked about this before, when somebody's asked, like, hey, can I take this tweeter in this mid-range? And it's like, maybe not. I don't know if the tweeter that he had was... Like, we spent a lot of time getting that tweeter to match up to that mid-range. I think that was more of the thing, was just getting the tweeter to play to that mid-range, because, like, that tweeter was so efficient, and it was just big. And there again, we spent most of our time working the tweeter to get the tweeter to sound good with the mid-range. So maybe that's why, because it just kind of turned me off a little bit, because I spent so much time doing that. But that's what happens when you take mix-match things, is that you have to spend all this time to get them to work properly together. But I'm not going to run out and buy a set for myself, I guess I'll say that. Where is the party? The apartments? No, so the nail salon, this wall here is a nail salon. So we got this is the massage. The other side of the massage is the nail salon. The nail salon is having a Thanksgiving Day party. So right now they're all out back doing, fun stuff. At 7 a.m. I mean, it's okay, man. At the beach. Yeah, we'll be at the beach. Is there a difference in sound quality if you have a single RCA output coming out of the back of your deck versus a left and right, where the single one I would use a splitter? I believe you're talking about subwoofer. And so on the back of a radio, it typically has 6-channel preamp outputs, front, rear, and sub. On some radio manufacturers, they just put a pigtail out. It's usually black, and it says subwoofer. And you're like, what the hell? Well, I got 2 RCAs. So there we go, just partying it up. And really, here's the rub in all of this. Most of the time, that subwoofer output is mono. So even though there's a left and right subwoofer output on the back of the radio, it's really not a left and right output. It's just the mono output, no left, no right. So that's why Sony, and I think JVC does it maybe on a couple of theirs. They used to anyways. That's why. And so then you grab a Y jack, you plug it in, you Y it off to each one, and everything's fine. Alpine on their radios, actually it's white and red, and then 2 whites. And that's your sub, because they're basically telling you this is a mono output. All we're doing is we're adding the Y jack into the radio for you. So yeah, if that's what you're asking, then yeah, go ahead. I mean, you can run one RCA back to the amplifier, but if you Y it, it's cool. You're not going to lose any voltage. It's not going to do anything bad. If it's a 4-volt output, it'll still be a 4-volt output. It'll sound fine, but that's why they do it. It's just because they're thinking and they want you to spend more money on your own Y jack. What tweeter was it? I don't remember, because like we didn't have to deal with those. And I threw away the piece of paper that he gave me. I thought it was one type of tweeter, but then I realized it wasn't. Hold on. Ooh, I still have the piece of paper. SB Acoustics is what he said. He said they were SB Acoustic tweeters. Nice tweeters. Super efficient though. Okay, they're not like loudspeaker efficient, so they're like 103 or 170 Bs. These were 94, whereas the speakers in the door were like. Hang on, I have my cheat sheet. Boop-de-doop-de-doo. 88. So it's kind of a big difference. That's okay though. It's okay. Once we started playing with them a little bit, like did the initial tune, wasn't real happy with it. Went back in, had Fernando sit in there, and then started playing with it a little bit more. And by the time we were done, we're like, oh yeah, this is really sounding nice. Gobble gobble, fellas. What's your favorite part of Thanksgiving? Food. It's always the food, right? Isn't that it? That's like, food is always the part. What?
I'm leaving at 5.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so see you guys Friday. Have a good happy Thanksgiving.
Okay, bye. Have a good happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy your food. I know, he's a foodie. That was Paul. He loves Thanksgiving. It's like, of all the holidays, Thanksgiving is Paul's favorite holiday. Like, he is... when we come in Friday, he's not going to tell us about seeing anyone like Bob from American Base, his brother. He's not going to talk about that. He's going to talk about the food that he had. Guarantee it. Guarantee he's going to tell us, oh my God, we had the most amazing food. It was fantastic. Chocolate pie sounds good. Yeah, that sounds yummy. Haley's making some custom dessert she's never made before, but it sounds wonderful. Well, I'm sure she'll tell us all about it on Sunday. So, speaking of Sunday, tomorrow, Thursday, will be the last show of the week. We're not going to do Friday news or the Saturday show because we kind of realized that, for one, there's going to be no news Friday. Everyone's going to be out Black Friday shopping or just sleeping in. And Saturday, they're going to probably a family day. I know I want it to be a family day for me. So we'll just come back on Monday. We'll give everybody the weekend off to have some fun. Friday, I'll probably put up a video for you guys to watch. I don't know what it'll be yet, but yeah, we'll definitely do that. What were bandpass is higher sensitivity always better on what were bandpass is higher sensitivity always better on a speaker or sub? Cell service sucks. I honestly don't understand that question. Do you make stuffing and turkey? So, luckily for the last couple of years, I know last year we made like Thanksgiving after Thanksgiving, just because like the Thanksgiving we had kind of sucked. So we were like, we gotta make this. We gotta take 2. This year though, we're going to some friend's house and we ain't gotta do nothing. We just gotta show up. We gotta bring dessert. So. I don't have to cook a turkey, which is great because I'm no good at it. So, and even, I mean, I'm sure I could cook. I've cooked turkeys before, but I'm not that guy that sits there and goes, here's what we're going to do. We're going to stick a beer can up a turkey's ass and we're going to dip it into I'm not that guy. Like, it doesn't mean that much to me. Is the sensitivity on speaker always better or subwoofer? So the sensitivity, there again, there's no one thing on a speaker that is more important than anything else. It's a symbiotic relationship between all of the specifications that make a speaker what it is. That is the special sauce, that recipe that goes into making something sound amazing. So in this case, we're talking about like the sensitivity of the speaker. It was just substantially higher than the mid-range. Now the mid-range was a 3.2 ohm mid-range, 4 ohm, which you would think would, give us a little bit more power, but not enough to compete with this tweeter that's like right here in our face. It's just blowing at us, and it's a big diaphragm tweeter. So now we have to just power, all right? So we have to play with the power output, which is gain. So we're going to turn those down because essentially in what we do in this case is we figure out what's the loudest we can make these mid-bass, okay? What's the most amount of power without clipping, without distortion that we can get from these mid-bass. So we figure that out. And we jam the hell out of them. We EQ them. We get them sounding as the best that they can. And then we bring the tweeter in to complement them. So we're not worried. Like, the efficiency wasn't the end of the day. It was just like before we started tuning it yesterday when we were just doing validation, it was like, holy crap, these things are just like sparkling. So we bring the tweeters into so that they're doing the tweetery stuff that we need them to, and that's it. I don't care how efficient they are. It just was one of those things yesterday. I do care that was posing some struggle for us. So PB&J. Hey man, let me tell you what. There's nothing like a good PB&J. Splitting hairs, LL, sensitivity not good on carbons, but they sound wonderful. There's no good sensitivity on a Morel. They're just that you can't have amazing sensitivity in a 2.5 or 3 inch voice coil. It's just gonna happen. You're just gonna need power. Where's Nando? That is a great question. I have no idea. He was standing here. He might be talking to the guy with the Bronco. Because he pulled the Bronco around, and that's when he disappeared. So I'm assuming he might be talking to that guy. Sensitivity isn't a standardized rating, though I don't think. Maybe testing also power rating can be fudged. Everything can be fudged. It's all lies. It's all lies. That's my conspiracy. Cheap Amazon deck versus, say, a Kenwood adding an amp for highs. Does the deck make a difference to the output quality of the amp, or is it all about the speakers and amps? Whew. Okay, so for this one, I always tell this story. Because there's got to be a story, right? There's always got to be a story. I mean, because everyone's got to relate to what it is. If I just tell you not to put your finger in the light socket, you're going to do it. But if I tell you a cool story, Mobile Solutions templates, then you're like, oh, that's cool. So we vacationed in Hawaii now 3 or 4 times. I have family there. That's how I can afford to do it. And there's this road called the Road to Hana. And on this Road to Hana are some of the most amazing waterfalls you've ever seen. Okay, it's just like, oh my god, it's green, it's luscious, and there's these water's coming down, and you're just like, I don't know what it is about water falling from the heavens, but people lose their shit, right? Oh my god, you see it's water falling. People go to Niagara not just for exploding things, but because it's beautiful, right? Falling water, okay. Point is, when you're sitting there at the base of the waterfall and you're going, this is so amazing. You got your mouth open. Okay, you don't know what's up at the top of that waterfall. Now, we know people that live in Hawaii, and the first thing they tell us is, listen, if you're going to go to a waterfall, man, keep your mouth shut, keep your eyes closed, and don't drink it, whatever you do. Why, you ask? Well, at the top of the waterfall is the watering holes for all the animals that live up in that area. Wild boars, deer, shit like that. Shit is what they do. So they poop in the water, they pee in the water, do all this stuff and create all kinds of bacteria that gets into the water. So even though it looks beautiful, like it's amazing, it's still poopy water, okay? So how does that correlate to the question you ask, other than just being a long story? garbage in, garbage out. It doesn't matter how, like, if you have the most expensive door speakers, the most amazing amplifier, if the signal coming into it sucks, still shit, okay? So buy the best source unit you can. That is the most important thing. And notice I said source unit because there's a multitude of different source units now. It doesn't just have to be an in-dash radio. It could be some form of a streaming device. It could be a phone. It could be anything. Like, here is this guy. This is the AMAS 96K. It's a Bluetooth, high-res Bluetooth streamer. It's got Toslink output. It's like $350, okay? And it's quite nice. But that's a good buy if what you're trying to do is make things sound amazing. So if you're asking, should I spend the money to get a Kenwood or anything like that? Yes, if you're serious about this, because those radios do not sound good. They sound like crap. So there you go. He ran away. He wanted to go home. What you guys do to the Bronco? We just installed the Stinger Bronco pack minus the subwoofer. So they make a metal bracket to go up underneath the seat for their auto control marine amplifier. Then they sell a power wire kit with fuse distribution. So he did that. All right. How many tweeter brackets did I make today? None. Actually, I didn't even have to turn on the laser. Today it was just put stuff in. Best ESP you can afford? Always. I can be poopy water. It all depends on you are downstream from the farm. There you go. Baba knows. He's been there. He knows what I'm talking about. But anyways, so there you go. That's that. Hey, there he is. You okay? Deuces, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all like, where did Fernando go? And I was like, I don't know. He was here a second ago.
And so it's just, hanging out with people, man.
Show him the Bronco.
I showed the Bronco.
Very nice. Very nice. Did you take your picture?
What picture?
The one you were trying to take?
Yeah.
Did you stream it to your phone?
That's it.
Did you put it on your phone?
No, that was just on the phone.
Oh, you just use the phone instead of the camera? Decided to keep it simple?
Keep it simple, man.
Keep it simple.
Keep it simple.
Is today brought to us by Morel? Of course today is brought to us by Morel. It's Instagram. You got to come up with a bet. I want a brand new Morel one. I'm kind of, you're all, don't mention no BMW speakers. Don't mention no plug and plays. Don't mention home audio stuff. I want a brand new Morel trailer.
Hey guys, if you want to see Natasha's pictures here on Instagram, no, just remember, this show is brought to you by MorelHiFi.com. Check them out. I don't know, I gotta work on my ads up currently,
Yeah, yes. You need new ads, man.
The new ads, alright, so I'm gonna work on the ads this weekend.
Christian is just going crazy. He's like, mention Dean loves to make alto tweeter brackets. He's the only one that just refers to it as an alto tweeter.
It's an alto tweeter.
I know, but he's just so happy that he's got a set of the alto tweeters.
I mean, they're beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing.
Oh, they're amazing. Yeah, they were great.
You have one.
Yeah, I know.
So I don't know why you're not using them.
Why would I? I don't have a cool Audi to put them in.
Also a tweeter. It's from MorelHiFi.com. Check them out.
Yeah, Vegas is, or Baba says, you got this, Nando.
I know, man.
You can do it, man. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Total faith in your ability not to screw this up.
You are the only one.
That's not true. What time is it? We can go. He's gone. He's packed up and gone.
Okay.
Hey, listen, guys. It's 5 o'clock. We're gonna end it there
we're gonna go get some drinks.
Yeah, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. It's 5 o'clock here right now.
There you go.
Don't forget, tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. YouTube, Facebook, us at the beach. It's our Thanksgiving Day show. Hope to see you there. You guys have a wonderful rest of your night. Be safe. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Play insert Christmas music like right here. In your head, just be playing Christmas music. That kind of stuff. We always wanted a Christmas tree in the install bay. When we got this last year, we were like, man, this would make a really cool Christmas tree upside down. So here you go, man. Rockford T3 Christmas tree. How cool is that? First, JBL. Ooh, good call. Yeah, but I mean, nothing just has that triangular shape like a T3. I mean, I know. It's okay. But isn't it cool? I mean, it was funny too. Like, we had the perfect size risers to go on here. It was awesome. And then these are like, everything just fit perfect. It was like a Christmas miracle, you know, so that the woofer isn't touching. But yeah, there's our I mean, what better car stereo Christmas tree could you imagine? I mean, right? It's a Christmas miracle. Yep. And thank God for lasers, right? How cool is that? So, there you go. We're ready for Christmas. Cleaned off the counter, got everything put away. And, yeah. T3 versus Solo X. Ooh, yeah. It's outside of my wheelhouse. But, yeah, that would be neat. I want both, but, you know. I would like a Solo X8. I think that would be the go-to, the money. So, Bob is funny. Back to the best location in the country, Cleveland. It was nice to see you yesterday. American-based Bob, B.O.B. stopped by yesterday. He's brothers with Paul, our illustrious owner. And they came into town for Thanksgiving. We had a great talk with him yesterday, talking about doing some stuff with American Base, possibly. So, or for them, I should say. So that might be fun next year. But anyways, we had a busy day today. But luckily, the last car, Fernando, could pretty much knock out on his own. So this was important. So we wanted to make sure we had time to get this. And of course, the floating 5-star is pretty cool. You know, everyone wants this tree topper, right? How cool is that? Luckily, I had some random colored acrylic. So, we should put 5-star blue emblems where... Nah. Just get the right A-pillars, man. Is it really a Christmas tree if... yeah, no. Dude, we used to have cats. And I came home one day, there was 3 of them. All 3 of them were sleeping in the Christmas tree. When I opened the door, all 3 of them scattered. And it turned out to be a very miserable Christmas because we ended up taking the Christmas tree down, which luckily Haley wasn't around yet because that would have pretty much ended her. I think the cats would have had to go at that point because, you know, she's a Christmas freak. So, but yeah, cats and trees just basically suck. Solo X for the win. That's because you're a kicker dealer. As wireless CarPlay, Bluetooth, or better wireless connection. Wireless CarPlay is done through a Wi-Fi that is provided just for the wireless connection. So how it works is you open up your phone, you pair using Bluetooth. That's how the two-way communication is done, just because it's easier to do that than try to do it over Wi-Fi. So once it's paired up, it shuts off the Bluetooth and then transfers everything over Wi-Fi. So if you're looking at the box or the owner's manual and has all the cool logos on it, like a lot of the Japanese manufacturers do, you'll see a Wi-Fi logo. Wi-Fi is just a peer-to-peer network. So what I mean by that is, like, right now, I'm talking to you on our Wi-Fi. So on my wall over here, I have this router. It's a Wi-Fi receiver tower, and that goes off to this, which is actually connected to the internet. So if this is not in the vehicle, the only thing that is in the vehicle is this communication, and it allows us to do data between the two. And so the radio is capable of receiving the data from the phone, but that's all it's designed to do. It's not designed to, like, go out to the internet or anything like that. Like, a lot of people get confused about that just because we always call internet Wi-Fi. So yes, it is a much better connection. Things sound better, but that's how you do it, because there's no way to do that much data over Bluetooth. I hope you took the time. No, there was no time off, dude. We worked today. There's no time off. The only thing we're not doing is live shows tonight because we know that most people are out still shopping or whatnot. So we're not going to do a show tonight. We didn't do one Friday morning. We just did the Thanksgiving Day show, and then we'll be back Monday. Don't worry, we'll be back Monday. Normal week, normal life. Yeah, there used to be a 5-star sticker on there, but it wasn't like the original 5-star sticker. It was just one of those things where it was like, hey, cool. And then we paid my friend Butch, who was on the show Thanksgiving Day, to make them. And we gave them away free for a long time. And then he no longer works there, so we don't have any of the laser cut stickers like we used to have. I haven't like sourced out any new ones or anything like that. Just hasn't really been a thing. Probably should at some point. What are your thoughts on Scar Audio? My thoughts on Scar are very similar to how I feel about all of it, meaning all the budget conscious car audio. Look, we all started this journey in car audio, and we, like my first system was very inexpensive, 100%, but it got me into car audio, so it was a gateway drug. And I look at a lot of those brands as gateway drugs. They get you into the car audio, they get you experiencing things, and you get to do it for a reasonable amount of money, not like crazy money. But then as the journey goes on and you get older or you get a better job or stuff like that, hopefully the idea is that you're going to want to get more, get better, get better stuff, not settle. And so from there, like 180 degrees from that would be like, the Moscone, like this, the 830. You could buy an awful lot of Scar Audio or Down for Sound or any of those brands for what you pay for this one amplifier. This is a better product, there's no doubt about it, but that's not what we're looking at. We're looking at, can we get you into car audio? Can we get you to experience the joy of ground pounding bass or highs that just tickle your ears? We need stuff to do that. Scar Audio does that rather well. And, so you can build a system, you can build your first system, you can do cool things. So all those brands do that. And that's what I like about those, It's when people get confused and like, oh, this stuff's, this is the best. It's like, no, it's not. It's just what it is. Your voice got really deep. It's because I need to spit, so it's okay. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to wait for Fernando to come over and he can take the phone. 2019 RX 350, thinking of getting the Beat Sonic CarPlay adapter. How you install one. So they're going to come with very generic instructions, but make sure you follow them to the T. And that's really about it. It's not magic. It's just make sure you follow the instructions. What's up, Lance? Yeah, I knew what you meant. No Saturday YouTube, Facebook show. Correct, Christian. Any movies this week? I think we're just going to talk about what we watched for the 2 weeks. I don't know. I'll reach out to Hi-Fi. I've watched a couple movies this week that are good to talk about. Actually, they haven't sucked. So that's a big thing. So I'll have him do that. Maybe I'll have him post the movie early. That way to give you guys time to watch it. He bought pie. What are you talking about? I didn't get any pie. He brought pie, yeah. Good entry-level product. Get your feet wet and then grow up. Exactly, Steve. That's what I'm talking about. You had a Sherwood amp, remember? Of course I remember. I had a JSE amplifier before that, and then I had a Sherwood amplifier, and then I got an Orion amplifier. And I'll tell you, I graduated quick because I learned really fast that there are better things and that I should be buying those. So, yeah, it was just one of those things. Where is the Sherwood? Oh, there it is. Sorry. Totally lost it. Don't cheap out on PowerWire and everything will be good. Yes, good call. I mean, PowerWire is forever, right? So, if you can afford to run 0 gauge and you're planning on doing a big system, run it. If not, 4 gauge is great, but make sure you get oxygen-free copper. Like I said, Bob from American Bass was here yesterday, and I showed him our cool piece of wire. which I will show to you guys because we kept it because it was so awesome. And so this right here is a standard 4-gauge primary wire, USA. Yeah, look at that, USA. It's audio pipe. I don't think it matters. There's the end of it there. Now, a lot of people get scared. They go, oh, why is it shiny? Well, it's shiny because of what it's made out of, but 100% copper wire will sometimes be shiny too because it'll have tin on it. Either way, let's follow the wire. So this is a cool piece. And then we get, and then, whoa, what happened? And then, and we get to the end. And at the end, oh my God, it all of a sudden turned into 0 gauge. Like, this is the thickness of 0 gauge. And there you go. Like, this is all solid. Like, this will not bend. But yeah, that's the aluminum right there doing that cool aluminum thing. But as you can see, the wire starts out in the car. We were like, oh, well, there's 4 gauge. And we popped the hood. We said, oh, there's 0 gauge. There must be a distribution block somewhere because there was also a sheathing over this plastic, not split loom type stuff. So anyways, we thought that was cool. So yeah, moral of the story is get a better power wire. I've had a lot of ask about Scar Audio as well. I mean, we sell it. I mean, Paul sells it over there. I had a great conversation a couple weeks ago before we left for SEMA with the owner, Kevin, talking about their future and fun stuff like that, and if there was anything we could do to get involved with them. But yeah, it's what it is, man. How high of fidelity can an ear really hear, though? Are you kidding? I mean, the reality is, okay, so how spicy can food be? How fast can a car go? How vivid does a picture have to be? How wet is water? These are all things that are great questions, but the ear has the ability to hear super nuances, like things that, if you're paying attention. So, I mean, what we spend in car audio isn't even a fraction of what these guys spend in home audio and high-end stuff like that. Like, there's some high-end audio systems that million plus, like several million plus. Okay, so is it like, it is what it is, I'm not going to sit there and say, hey, you got to buy this. I'm not going to twist anybody's arm. That's not my job. But you can hear the difference. Most people can hear the difference between a quality car stereo and an entry-level car stereo. And the reason why I know this is true is because I've been doing this for 33 years. And if it wasn't true, I wouldn't have a job today. So that's the answer to that question. In your opinion, which is best overall? Head unit between Alpine, Pioneer, Kenwood? I'm looking to upgrade. So in that order, Kenwood, Alpine, Pioneer. Those are that's how I rate them. And there again, that's my opinion. Good Saturday into you. Fine. Oh yeah. Hey, what's up, Baba? No, the auto actually slowed down. Like if you are listening to chopped and screwed music. We call that Jam Pony. It was a lot of fun back in the day. My Black Friday was replacing an oven range microwave that died on Turkey Day. Yeah, I saw that. That sucks. Mine was not. What time is the store open today? At 5 o'clock, I believe. I think he's probably shooting for 5. And I'm guessing that when this customer picks up the truck we just pulled out, he will probably leave. I know I'm leaving at 5 o'clock. Ian, have you checked out Rob's last few auctions? No, I didn't, and I kind of wanted to because I saw he had like an Alpine book that I would have loved to got my hands on. I didn't even know he had that. The whole auction thing is kind of new and neat for me, but hey, there he is.
What up, No.
Dude, you totally pulled a me on that one.
I know.
Yeah, that was good. In some situations, cussing is not allowed, and I will do that in order to get people to go, oh.
I know, right?
Yeah, that's always fun.
What's going on?
Aside from screen size, is there much difference between the 958 and the 1057? Yes, because the bigger units give you the better EQ pack. So on the 1057s, you're going to get the parametric EQ, and it's worth it. I tell you right now, I had the 1057, the one that's right there, right there. I had both those, the JVC and the Kenwoods. They both have them. But yeah, that parametric EQ is badass for a head unit.
That's right.
What was your favorite old school subwoofer? I'm an Orion guy, so I always had XTRs with the ferrofluids. That was always the one. I mean, I just always did Orion. The thing is I understand how people get to be zealots and really appreciate, like, they can stand behind things. And as I like to call it now in my old age, if you're not on my team, you suck. I totally understand how that happens because I was there. That's why it's so easy for me to go, dude, it's okay. I understand. But yeah. Sony D amps. Those would be nice. But I'd want either the little AB that doesn't exist yet or the big one. I don't have the money for the big one. So, no, the Sherwood was I didn't show it to you, Christian. It's over here. This is where it exists for right now. So that's where it exists for right now. But we've been talking. So the goal. So we've already started setting our goals for 2024. The goals for 2023 were to do all these new cabinets and get the workbenches. Get the new workbenches in place.
I want to be a
The only thing we still haven't done is paint these, which is fine. But the goal for 2024 is this. This is the bane of my existence. I absolutely hate looking at this. I hate basically from here over drives me absolutely crazy. So the goal for 2024 is to deal with this. And considering it took us until July, August to do this, it'll probably take us to do that just because it's going to be expensive. So, and Fernando spent a bunch of my money already. So,
Not enough.
Is that the wire you beat people with when they want CCA? Man, that would hurt.
That would have been good.
That would hurt. What dB should I use while tuning a DM amp with 1K or 0 test tone? So, okay, first things first. Usually there should be no speakers connected if you're doing test tones like that at all. So 1K test tones, there should be no speakers connected to the product. None. There is absolutely really no reason to even use that because all you're doing is level matching, and it's a DSP. Just stay away from it because you're going to EQ it and do all that fun stuff. You'll figure it out. But if you are going to do that beforehand, like a lot of people do, make sure you disconnect all the speakers. All of them. All of them. Passive crossovers too. I mean, just unplug it at the amplifier because you will smoke the shit out of anything on the other end of that trying to play 1,000 hertz at 0 dB, 10 dB, 5 dB. It'll be bad. Very bad. There is a sound difference, i.e. $800 alto. Okay, so preface this with the fact that Christian is very proud of owning his alto tweeters. So, and he's been on this journey for the last
20 years.
It seems that way. Make sure you move the Moscone.
I'm going to.
He's been on this journey of trying to get better, and I'm getting to the point where I've just yelled at him now of like, will you stop buying the stuff and just get the best stuff you can? Because he likes to buy inexpensive stuff and then pretend like he's happy with it. So the first move towards the end of his stereo journey was to buy the Moscone DSP that that he wanted. He needed it. He's been playing around with everybody's DSP, and it's like, dude, just get one awesome DSP, and then you can play with anything you want past that. He already had some Morel speakers in there, but he keeps wasting his money buying other stuff that, really isn't the cat's meow, so to speak. So now, to this, there is a sound difference, i.e. the $800 alto tweeters I bought night and day from other tweeters in 30 years of car audio. So there you go. He bought an $800 set of tweeters, and he figured out that they're better than the $100 set of tweeters. It's pretty amazing. Watch a video just yesterday of a couple $1 million home system. Isn't it wonderful to watch those? I mean, It's like, just to see how that group of people lives, it's almost scary. Like, don't get me wrong, I would love to go see that. I don't know if I want to own it, because I don't know if I want to know what it takes to have that kind of money. But yeah, Sony has a great head unit. Sony does have a great head unit, but that wasn't in the 3 that I had to choose from. So remember, it's not that you don't mention it, it's just that it wasn't there. I remember Jam Pony Express. Wasn't it fun? Every now and then we'll get a car that'll have one of those in there. I'll be like, oh man, I wish I had a CD player so I could just like burn it. Brought to you by Morel. Always. Has Fernando revised the Morel ad? I'm going to go with no on that just because of the holiday and all the fun stuff he's been up to the last couple days. But he's probably forgotten too.
All right.
Why don't you think on it for a minute?
All right.
Okay. I guess we'll hear Baba's. There you go. Can do an 800 RMS amp and a dual 1200 watt RMS kicker. Yeah, of course you can. You can put any amp on any speaker if set up properly and understanding the limitations of said speaker and amplifier. It's just that. The problem is that when people run into issues, they run into issues because they're asking things to do they can't do. So, for example, like an 800 watt amp on a 1200 watt speaker. Immediately in your head, you're thinking it's underpowered. When the reality is, it's never underpowered. It's overgained. Okay? So, what I mean by that is I can turn on a car with a stereo in it, play it at volume 2, and it'll make noise, and it'll have sound, and it'll be fine, and everything will be hunky-dory. The speakers will never blow. So I'm putting maybe 5 watts to the subwoofer at that point. I could play that like that for an eternity and never have a problem, okay? The opposite side of that is where all the problem comes in. So I have an 800 watt amp. If I set the amplifier up properly, meaning it's not clipping, it's not distorting, it's not doing anything bad, and I play it into that woofer, the same thing. It'll play forever. It's when I ask that woofer to do something it can't. When I ask that amplifier to do something it can't. So have it magically create 1,000 watts. It'll never do that. But in my mind, as I turn that gain up and it starts to get a little bit louder, I go, ooh, I'm missing out on some of those watts. You're not. You're just adding in more heat to the woofer, which causes the voice coil to get hot, and eventually it's going to blow. So that's the truth of it. So yeah, you put a 500 watt on a 1200 watt speaker, it'll play all day long and never have a problem. But if you ask that 500 watt amplifier to go into clipping repetitively because it's not loud enough for you, it's not the amps or the speaker's fault, it's a you fault. That's so cool how Dean can call out a piece of gear, then just point to it and say, in the bay. We do that on purpose, Vega. Hi-Fi. Baba, one of you guys. Jesus. Ah, man. I miss him. I didn't get to talk to him this week. Anyways, no, and that's why we keep a lot of this stuff. Again, I like I said earlier, I had a conversation with Bob from American Bass, and we were looking for a tour of the install bay, because every piece of equipment in here is here for a reason. It's not just randomly put stuff. Sometimes it's for marketing. So, for example, we have the Audio Frog amplifiers here. This is a constant reminder that we need to put these in Fernando's car. We need to rebuild that and put these in. Those are going to be the new amplifiers for that. This is a new product by Audio Control, so this is a sponsor. This is a learning tool, so we can talk to you about passive crossovers. We can show you components in an amplifier. This has special meaning. This was a giant amplifier that Ground Zero sent us, so I just like to look at it. It makes me happy because it makes me think of all the fun I got to have with Ground Zero. This is this D4800 was one of the first This was one of the first D series 4.800s that got the new option port. When the amplifier first came out, it did not have that. So this is one of the original option port amplifiers. This was a test amp that they gave us to play with so we could start talking about how the D4.800 had that. So this is one of the first to roll off the line. These are all one of 3, so these are all the prototypes. So anyways, all these things up here serve lots of purposes. And of course, let's be honest, the 430, it's the baddest amp on the block, man. The clear LED ABS always looks cool. bubble wrap that wall. More rolling cases or wall revisions. So what we're thinking about doing, great question, Baba. So for 2024, what we're thinking about doing is just removing all of this altogether. So just get rid of this whole thing. And this company here that makes these, they make big stand-up cabinets. And we have the front lobby now that is no longer for waiting. And right now it's just been a catch-all for all the overflow that we've had this year. And a lot of it just needs to get sorted through and either moved on back to the manufacturers that sent them to us or put away in a place where they can be gotten at. So there's a lot of that up front that just needs to go away. And there's probably a decent amount of trash that just needs to get thrown into the trash can. Because when we moved, we had stuff that we were storing over there that automatically just came into here. So some of it just needs to disappear into the dumpster. Nothing exciting, trust me. So the idea is that we might get some of those big cabinets and put them up front here so that we can then just get all this stuff in a double-doored thing and we don't have to look at it. Because the reality is we don't really need access to this stuff like 24/7. We don't use a ton of it. A lot of it is just storage for other things. You just got to have some place to put it. So, that's kind of the idea. We'll see how that goes, though, as the year goes on. Look at him over here. He's just having so much fun. So I knew you would take pictures. Yeah?
Yeah, I got it.
You break it?
Connect it.
Oh, that's the new one that's not connected? You grabbed the wrong one, bro. What's up, Haley? I have two Sundown V3s. Can I run a 5,000 watt amp to them? And what kind of batteries to run them with the amp? Not a battery guy. However, there are battery people that are probably more apt to give you the answers to that questions. I would call, what's the name of the battery company? I always forget. Yeah, the big one.
Excess Power?
Excess Power, thank you. I'd reach out to Excess Power. Those guys are super smart and they sell batteries and they're happy to help you. So I've been told. Every time we get a chance to say hi, they're very nice. So I would reach out to Excess Power for sure. There again, I don't know how much power the Sundowns will take, but it kind of goes back to the conversation we had earlier. As long as you tick all the boxes and make sure everything is set up properly, there's no reason why I can't do it. Hi, Fernando.
Hi, Fernando.
Hi, Haley. Have you heard if Kicker is coming out with a higher power for the key? Have I heard? Even if I have heard, I can't tell you. I mean, duh. But have I heard things? Of course I've heard things. Goal for 2024 is a DSP. Just don't know what I want. LOL. That's a great goal. A lot of people do need to get into DSP. The thing is like when considering DSP, always go a little bigger than what you need. A lot of the times, we just did a mini DSP the other day. It was a 4 to 6. And it was perfect. That was in the contour we did. It was perfect for what he was doing. He only had 5 channels of amplification. He was just doing front tweeters, front mid, and sub. That was all he ever wanted to do in that car. But now he's limited. Like, he can't do rear if he ever wants to because there's no more channels left on it. So, and he can't upgrade to a 3-way set if he wanted to in the front. So the thing is when considering DSP, consider how many channels you were going to want in the future, and then figure out what are you trying to do? Do you want a My First DSP, something that has a basic interface that's easy to use, or do you want something that is like, no, I want to buy one DSP and I'm going to spend the rest of the year figuring out how to use this bad boy? Because there's really a handful of them on the planet that are like that. So, for example, you have the Moscone, which is like that. You have Arc, and then you have Helix. And those 3, and then you have Audison. Sorry, there's 4. So then you have Audison. Those are the 4, okay, so in those, though, really the only 2 that make big multi-channel DSPs are going to be Moscone and Helix. Arc makes an 8-channel, and then Electromedia with Audison, they've gone for amplifiers. So all their really good DSP is just in their amplifiers. They really don't have a standalone with all their modern tech. So that's where things get that's why I had Christian go with the Moscone because I like that one. I like them all. I mean, I have them all. Kicker is coming out with the key 750.5. Unconfirmed, but okay. If he said so, and that was not me, that was Vet.50 cal. Good gun. Way to go, man. You stopping power for sure. Hey, Alto tweeters are a milestone to be celebrated. Understood. They are. I agree. Lots of things are milestones to be celebrated. Trust me, I always get excited every time I get something new. I mean, regardless of what it is. It's always fun. You know? Okay, in your opinion, fair enough. What is the best overall head unit under $800 running signal and audio control DSP? Under $800.
Head unit?
Under $800. I don't know the pricing.
I don't know the pricing, but
So Sony has the new
6,000 and a 4,000, and I know that's under the like.
No, the one that's the same as the big dog. Not the floating screen, the double DIN version of it.
I think it's the 6,000.
Is it the 6,000?
I think so.
Sony has a 6,000 and Kenwood has a 958.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say those two.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they're under that because I don't think the floating. Well, if the floating screens are under $800, I don't know. I don't think they are though. So I know the high 10 might be, which is a good deal because then you toss link. So there's three. Thank you. You're welcome. Have you guys ever installed into 2015 Durango? Yes, a couple of them actually. They're fun. Batteries underneath the seats. Are you sure? Of course I'm sure. Been a while. I've seen you all. Hey, welcome back. What's a similar speaker to the Alpine Type X? I don't know. I don't really. So I have a hard time with that. Like, I have a hard time comparing. Like, price point is really the only thing you can really compare things to that way. Sound wise, that's a really unique speaker that Alpine came out with. Alpine always likes to do that. Their R and their X are definitely, and now of course Status which is what replaced the X Type. So if you're an Alpine fan, Status, because if you can't get the X, which if you need X Type, if you're like, man, I really wish I had, give Paul a call. We still have X Type. We still have the original X Type with the big ass passive crossovers. But yeah, give Paul a call if you can't find them and you want them. But Status is the replacement for X, if that's what you're looking for. Maybe Santa ain't bringing nothing, bro. Oh, okay, I know what 430 you're talking about. The one that Fernando has in his car. Yeah, I know. That's what he wants. Since there is no Saturday show, recommend a good movie to stream. Okay, Blue Beetle sucks. We just watched... Okay, if you have Apple Plus and you're around, say, late 30s to 50-something or older, it doesn't really matter, and you remember the 90s, they have a 4-part mini-series called Models. Freaking awesome. Loved it. It was fantastic. It's about like Cindy Crawford and all those girls. I watched it the other day. It was freaking awesome. Enjoyed the shit out of it. And then the other night we watched the Mission Impossible. The current one that's, part 1 of whatever it is. Dead Reckoning, I think is what it's called. I enjoyed that too. It was pretty cool. I like that kind of shit though. There's another... See, that's the thing though, man. Like, movies are tough. How to Train Your Dragon. It's always a solid one. What's on your Christmas list, guys? That's a great question. I suck at this stuff because, I just end up buying all the stuff that I want before Christmas. And there again, we talk about this all the time because, there's not a lot of stuff that I actually want because, for me, personally, it's okay, I've been in car... There's 2 things I've been in my whole life. Car audio and cameras, okay? And I do car audio for a living. So I have a ton of car audio stuff. Now that we do this, I have a ton of camera stuff. And we just bought... This year we just bought 4 new cameras, fucking 20 new lens. Oh, sorry. 20 new lenses. It's so, like, and all the goodies to go with it. So it's very hard for me to be like, what do I want? Because it's just all become work. So I don't really know. I do like getting the odd box of chocolate covered cherries. Like, I know that sounds weird, and I won't buy them for myself, but when somebody gets me a box of chocolate covered cherries, that's really cool, because then they know me. So, like, simple stuff like that. What about you, Fernando?
What happened? What are we doing?
What do you want for Christmas?
$1 million, that's all.
World peace and $1 million?
That's it.
Yeah, here you go. He keeps it simple.
It's just, what were you not?
I don't know. I think you're doing, oh God, I can't even read this. Yeah, I get you. Doing a Saturday show. What's up, Jeff? If Dean said to use the 2 LGDs, he knows what. Yeah, it works in that application. So basically what you're trying to get to, I'm assuming we're talking about like a Bronco or something like that. Use 220 LGDs, and that's actually Jeff's, who was on here's. Him and the guys all figured that out. Right now, the 10 ohm resistor, which will be purple, isn't currently shipping yet. We saw Metra had theirs at SEMA. I'm told that AMP is supposedly working on theirs too. Hopefully they'll make it purple, since Metra already made it purple. That way everyone can kind of stick along with each other. But what you're trying to get to is a 10 ohm load resistor in there. So if you just have 10s, you're good. You don't need to stack 220s. But that's why you're doing it. The only other thing to use is just use something that has an SP compatibility, high-level stage in it. There's 2 companies that do that. One is Moscone, like we've been talking about, and the other one is Helix. So both of those are SP compatible on the front-end stage and do sound better than that. Dean. Yep. Okay, 10 resistors. Isn't that the same? Okay, so no, we're not doing them. We're doing them in parallel. So that's why you're getting a 10 ohm load. So however you want to get to your 10 ohm load, go for it. Tell Nando there are rumors of Sabado. I have no idea what he's talking about. That.
Oh, that was like it's a show with an old guy. I don't know what would be the equal. Saturday Night Live, kind of.
Okay.
Yeah. Something like that. Pretty cool.
Okay, so that is a great question. It says, is it okay to use the kicker sweep tone to set up gains while speakers connected? Yes, actually. Yeah, it is. Because it's a sweep. It never really stops. So we do it that way. Yes. The key is to, set this shit as quick as you can, okay? Fernando's always sitting on the volume control so that he can turn it down. But yeah, that's why they pick sweeps, so you wouldn't blow your speakers. All right, guys, it's 5 o'clock. We're going to put a pin in this and call it a weekend. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. As we said, no live show tonight. This is how we started the show, with our cool Rockford Fosgate Christmas tree. There we go. I'll make that the thumbnail. Fernando.
Yes.
End the show.
On to the next one, guys. See you guys next Monday.
Who's the show brought to you by?
This show is brought to you by... No. All right. Thank you so much, guys. This 5 minutes with 5 stars is brought to you by MorelHiFi.com. This is the place that you can follow your high-end car audio stuff. And don't forget, you can follow them on Instagram, Morel_America. Happy holidays, guys.
There you go. Good call. All right, guys. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye.